welcome to MSU Studio 4 News. I'm Dolphin Tegiri and thank you so much for joining us. We go straight to the stories making the headlines. MSU holds a groundbreaking ceremony for the University Chapel. Team MSU crowned 2016 Zuse champions. MSU draws 1-1 with FC Platinum on home soil. And now the news in detail. Midlands State University recently held a groundbreaking ceremony for the chapel building project. We get more from the following report.
As a university community, we also challenged all the church fraternity, including the Roman Catholic, Protestant denominations and others, through the Zimbabwe Council of Churches and the Evangelical Fellowship of Zimbabwe. But this has been difficult in terms of raising the necessary resources. Several letters were desperately written to our local churches, both in Zimbabwe and overseas, but due to our socio-political and economic challenges, not much has been raised to date. Whatever little, however, was raised was, during the Zimbabwe dollar era, was obviously wiped out, as has been highlighted by the bishop, that the dollar itself blew out. And it has therefore been very insignificant to commence our construction project. It is indeed a breath of fresh air to all of us that we now have the exact design of what we're going to start building, which is a 2,800-seater chapel.
And now we cross over to Munashe for more news.
Midlands State University is set to host the Pan-African University Debate Champion music concert at Mkobo Stadium on a date to be advised later this week. We hear more from PAUDC Ambassador Samuel Mulea. How's that?
I understand students are so excited about the forthcoming PAUDC Championship. Can you tell us more about what it is?
Definitely. Every year in every African country, debaters from all across the continent, they gather up and they debate. This is more like the Africa Cup of Nations in terms of gymnastics of verbal communication when you talk of debate. Therefore, in Zimbabwe, we've been honored to host this prestigious tournament, and specifically at Midlands State University, the university of choice in Zimbabwe. Therefore, talking of the PAUDC, it is the Pan-African Universities Debate Championship, which we dubbed Mudzingwa 2016. Mudzingwa, having pride in our national heritage from the great Zimbabwe that we have. Therefore, we are hosting more than 150 universities at Midlands State University, more than 1,400 participants from all across Africa, the cream of Africa, meeting up to debate upon African problems and bringing African solutions from African minds, leaving a footprint in African debate.
What more can you tell us about any preparations towards the championship?
With the support that we're having from the institution, Daphne, we are so much glad to say that we are at higher levels in terms of how prepared we are. Right now we're having the launch of Mudzingwa 2016, which will be a music gala, which you can actually safely say that Wiki D will be there at this concert, which you can safely say that artists like Doba Don will be there for this concert, Rocky will be here with us, XQ will be here with us, and a lot more artists, which I may not mention at the moment. But this is a music gala. Why? Because we want the people to have a flair of Gweru. That Gweru may be mentioned as one of Zimbabwe's success stories, not to mention but the best university in Zimbabwe, Midlands State University.
So the hosting of this championship at this institution, what does it mean for the students and the people around Gweru?
What it means for the students and the people around Gweru is that we are the success story of our country. Therefore, we should be proud students, move around and say we are the best in Zimbabwe. Why? Because these people are coming to Midlands State University because they feel Midlands State University can be ranked internationally as a university to reckon with, as a university to mention. That these people will come, and we do believe that our ranks as a university are going high. Why? Because we have the capacity and the capability to host Africa as a whole.
The Ministry of Religion and Cultural Affairs has organized an all-night prayer for MSU students. This prayer session will be held at Chishavani campus. We hear more from the SRC Minister of Religion, Fawn Bosha.
I understand you're hosting an all-night prayer. Can you tell us more about what's so different about this all-night prayer?
This all-night prayer is one of its kind. It's actually a pointer to what we're saying SRC should be all about. The prior SRCs, all they mostly focused on wasn't to do with the religious side. So this one now we're saying this is an initiative of the SRC itself, and we are saying we are reaching out to the Christian community of the university. So with this one now, we're not focused on Gweru, as a campus or with Zishawani as a campus, but we're trying to embrace this multi-campus system by actually having an all-night prayer that will merge the two campuses to unify us and to show that we are one campus. So this all-night prayer will be held in Zishawani on the 23rd of April from 9 o'clock up until the next morning, and it will be starting around, and it will be within the campus. So we are very excited. You know, as you can see, we are actually pathfinders of great life to come.
Team Midlands State University has been crowned the 2016 Zimbabwe University Sports Association champions for a third time running. This means that they will take the trophy that was sponsored by Old Mutual permanently. In a bid to win the much coveted accolade of qualifying into the Premier Soccer League in the season 2017, Midlands State University Football Club managed to pick a draw at home against FC Platinum, which is not good enough. But the coach promised us that in the next games, they are going to up their game so that they can be back in the title contention. Midlands State University sits at the 10th position currently on the log standings. We get more from the head coach Tembe Chingwena.
So I think I feel bad for the result, but there's nothing at it. That's football.
Of course, we have come to the end of our news bulletin, but before we wrap it up, we are about to talk about one big issue. The press has been making much noise about Midlands State University students having massive condom use. They have been alleging all this stuff, but I don't think it's true, because the Midlands State University students have been clamoring for the building of the chapel, putting pressure on the Vice-Chancellor, putting pressure on everyone, and it's right here with us. What do you think about this issue, ma'am?
I think it's a huge milestone for the university community, and this is a loud message also to the nation of Zimbabwe that we are a morally upright community. We are students with respect. We come from Christian homes. We value tradition. We value ourselves. We have self-respect. So I feel like a lot of things will be happening at Midlands State University. Talk about the hosting of the debate championship, where Southern Africa will actually be hosted at the university of choice.
And let me tell you something, Midlands State University also won the ZUSA championship crown. We are doing a lot of things. We are hosting a lot of galas. We are having gospel concerts. And let me tell you something, we are proud of this university, the university of first choice. See you next week.